The night has fallen. Welcome to the world of Edutales for kids. Tonight, our story will take you to meet a very special fairy. Her power is thunder and lightning. Sounds scary, doesn't it? But wait, don't be afraid just yet. Because sometimes the things that seem the scariest hide the most wonderful magic inside. So, let's begin. High above the skies, there was a dazzling castle built from crystal and sunlight. They called it the Cloud Castle. It was home to the fairies, the guardians who kept the world bright and beautiful. And at the very heart of the castle lay their greatest treasure, the radiant gem. It glowed with a magical light, warm like the morning sun and pure like the first drop of dew. This light nourished life itself, from the tiniest flower and the youngest hatchling to the wide, endless seas. But one day, terrible news spread through the castle. A flock of giant ravens with midnight black feathers was flying straight toward them. They wanted to steal the radiant gem, to spread darkness everywhere and keep the light all to themselves. All the fairies gathered together. The first to step forward was Ori, the fairy of light. She raised her hands and summoned 1,000 golden sunbeams, blasting them toward the ravens. But the ravens only laughed. "Light? Weak and useless," growled the leader, opening its huge beak and swallowing the beams as if they were nothing but tasty snacks. The Cloud Knights charged forward, their swords of mist whipping up furious winds. But no matter how strong the winds blew, they only brushed against the raven's iron like feathers, without leaving a scratch. "Wind?" the leader scoffed, its voice dripping with mockery. "Is that the best you've got?" The ravens drew closer and closer, their giant wings blocking out the sun, casting the Cloud Castle into freezing shadow. They dived, their sharp beaks tearing into the castle's cloud walls. The soft mists began to vanish. Panic filled the air. Ori nearly lost hope. "What do we do now? None of our magic works." In truth, this wasn't the first time dark forces had threatened the skies. Each time enemies approached, the Thunder Fairy, Tempesta, had secretly fought them off, stopping them before they reached the castle. But no one ever knew. Whenever the skies shook with thunder, the fairies whispered, "It's her again, bringing storms, destroying our peace." If they had to choose between facing Tempesta or the giant ravens, many fairies would hesitate, for their fear of Tempesta ran deeper than their fear of darkness. And so, in their eyes, Tempesta was nothing but danger. But just then, as the castle was smothered in shadow, a blinding flash lit up the horizon. Boom! A thunderclap roared so loud it made everyone jump in fright. "Oh no!" cried a tiny fairy. "It's her!" The Thunder Fairy, Tempesta. Out of the storm clouds she appeared. Her long, deep blue hair flowed like storm clouds in the wind, sparkling with tiny lights like stars trapped in a tempest. On her head sat a slim crown shaped like a lightning bolt, glowing bright gold. Her dress was not soft and gentle like the others, but woven from mighty storm clouds, shimmering with tiny sparks of electricity. The fairies all stepped back. They whispered, "Why is she here? She'll destroy us all." She's terrifying." Tempesta heard every word. A flicker of sadness crossed her eyes. She was used to those fearful, distant stares. Her power was too great, too loud, too different for their gentle world. But as she looked at the ravens closing in on the radiant gem, she knew there was no time left to hesitate. Tempesta soared high above the ravens, stretching out her arms. Boom! Another thunderclap cracked across the heavens, a mighty warning. Then she began to dance. It was the strangest, most powerful dance anyone had ever seen. She swung her arms, and a lightning bolt ripped through the sky, zigzagging bright and fierce before the raven's eyes. She spun around. Boom! Another thunderclap, no longer just noise, but like the drumbeat of a god, mighty, solemn, unstoppable. The ravens began to tremble. The fierce sound and dazzling light overwhelmed them. Tempesta danced on. Every thunderclap was a booming drum. Every lightning flash a spotlight across the sky. And do you know what? If you listened closely, the thunder wasn't scary at all. It sounded like nature's grand symphony, a song of power, telling the world something important was happening. "We can't stand this noise." "Retreat," screeched the raven leader. The flock spun around and fled, their cries echoing in fear. The darkness faded, and once again, the warm glow of the radiant gems spread across the cloud castle. Silence fell. Tempesta slowly descended, sweat glistening on her face. A fairy whispered, "So, her power isn't to frighten us, it's to protect us." Ori stepped forward, but this time her eyes shone with gratitude and awe. Thank you for saving us." Tempesta smiled, a rare, radiant smile that lit up her whole face. "I only did what I had to. I won't let anyone steal this beautiful sky." Ori took her hand. "I'm sorry, I was wrong about you. We only saw the lightning and heard the thunder without realizing that all along. It was those very things protecting our castle. Thunder isn't frightening at all. It's just the music of nature." See, children? Tempesta, the Thunder Fairy, may look powerful and fierce, but inside her heart, she's a kind hero, always watching over everyone. We shouldn't judge someone too quickly just because of how they look or because they're different. Sometimes behind a stormy face lies a warm heart, and behind a deafening thunderclap lies a song that guards our peace. Remember, each of us has a special power. Use it for good, just like the Thunder Fairy Tempesta. And now, I wish you the sweetest dreams. Good night, little angels.